Alright guys, today we're throwing a couple subs and an amp in a 2015 Lexus. So I just figured I'd show you guys what we're going to throw in. Kyle got him a custom sealed box back there for the 210s. We went with the PN1000D Soundstream, the kicker high-low converter, and the 4-gauge install kit, and we are throwing in 2 of the Rockville K6 subs. So I'll take pictures throughout with our progress, and then also at the end show you guys what they sound like. Be right back. Alright, so we got the 4-gauge ran through. We found a nice spot on the side of the battery to pop through a really large, easily accessible grommet. So we just popped the hole in there, fed the 4-gauge through, got the panels removed, running the wire, and there's enough room in this car to run it nice and neat without any obstruction. Got the rear panel off and the rear seat out, and that rear seat, if you guys want to know, you just pull it up from the front. It's kind of hard, but the whole rear seat just pops out. There's 2 clips in the front on each side right there, and then just a couple loops in the back. So it doesn't seem like it wants to come out, but just pull it up from the front center and it'll pop right out. And then you just got to pull this rear door panel off. Use a little bit of muscle and it'll pop off. Again, there's no weird bolts or anything on this. It seemed like there was, but with a little bit of just careful pulling, it just popped off. And then you can have access to that rear speaker too if you want to do a high-low converter. So, alright, that's the progress so far. Alright, we're back with the progress. Got the fuse hooked up, not installed yet. Nice and clean in a short run next to the battery. Popping through that large wiring harness grommet. Pop the kick panel trim and the side trim. There was enough room to fit that 4-gauge in there nicely. Ran it down. Popped the rear seat out, which just pulls up. There's just 2 big clips in the front center of each side, and then a pivot in the back, and it just pops right out. Instead of going under the seat, we actually pulled this side panel off. It was a little bit tight and difficult, but again, there's no hidden bolts or anything to hold that side panel on. It's just pop fasteners. So we ran the wires through there. Made some nice clean holes through the rear deck cover for the ground and the power wire, and then inside the rear trunk panel we actually used one of the Kenwood high-low converters that automatically gives you the 12-volt signal for auto turn on, and we tapped off that speaker that we just showed you the rear panel for. So it was pretty easy to tap into that, and then we got our 12-volt remote signal, and we got the 2 Rockville K6s mounted up, dual 4 ohms, final in at 1 ohms. So we got those ready to throw in. So next video will be it all installed, so hold on and we'll cut to that clip. Alright, we're finishing up on this install. The fuse, 4-gauge, ran it in. Base knob, that's where the customer wanted it. Now we need a Y because we only used 1 signal coming off the right rear. So there's a Y adapter right there, but we're going to hide that later. And then we also need 4-gauge to 8 adapters, reducers, which we didn't expect. So we're not going to leave the wires like that. We're going to strap that and clean it up, and that Y is going to be out of there. But we have to order the parts, so. But the box looks pretty clean. This is a custom box for the RC350. And then we'll turn it on right now and you guys can hear how these bad boys sound. This is a good amp combination. These things really sound good and they flex a lot, and it's like the perfect amount of power. So this is a good setup, and we're running these at final 1 ohms, and this amp is 1000 at 1 ohm final. So we'll turn it on in a minute and you guys can check it out. Alright, so that's it for now until we're able to clean up the wiring a little bit, get the Y RCA adapter, the cable mounts, and those 4 gauge to 8 gauge reducers. But it looks good, sounds pretty awesome, flexes hard. Again, it's a perfect match for those 2 K6s, that 1000 watt Soundstream Picasso Nano. So thanks for watching, guys.